Hi everyone, my name is Celeste. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. Today's class is going to be focused on bringing awareness to our deep neck flexors. Now, as usual, before we begin, I would like to explain why we're doing what we're doing. So if you don't fancy listening to me chatting about muscles, then please feel free to skip me all the way up to this minute and go ahead and start with the class. So on the previous video, we were discussing the basic structures around our head and neck. If you haven't checked the video, I will leave the link here. You can go click it and check it out. And on that video, I mentioned all the amazing movements that our neck can accomplish. We can do rotation. We can go into flexion and extension. We can do lateral tilts. And we can even glide front and back and side to side. So the neck is super cool and it's very mobile, as you might have noticed. But today we are going to be taking a look at how can we bring more stability around this area. So there are different things that we can do to bring more stability around the neck. But for today, we are going to be exploring how to bring awareness to our deep neck flexors. Now, I'm going to be showing you here an image of our deep neck flexors. This group of muscle is quite deep into our neck. We've got the breathing tube and the eating tube before, and behind that we find the deep neck flexors. Now, these muscles, they help the neck stack over the rest of the spine, and they are tremendously helpful to bring stability around this area. Bring your props to you if you've got blocks, if you've got a little cushion, whatever you fancy and you know you use in your practice, and let's begin with the class. All right, so before starting, let's just double check what does it feel to engage the deep neck flexors while being sat down or standing, just to kind of understand what's the movement, because then we're going to start laying down and perhaps you're not going to understand very much what is this about. So let's try it while we are looking at each other. Place your hand at the base of your head, right where the neck starts. And I want you to add a little bit of pressure against the head with your hand. And with your head, I want you to push back and up. And you will see that at the front, a good clue is that you're going to have a little double chin. Very sexy double chin. And then do a chicken head. Place the hand behind you and press against the hand. Back and up. Feel the lengthening of your cervical spine. And release. Awesome. So that's what I would like you to do. Every time I say engage the deep neck flexors, you can always imagine your hand behind your head, or you can also always use your hand if doing it without any external cue is not enough. All right, we're going to start laying down today. So make your way there. For now, you can have, if you want, you can take your legs out long, or you can keep your knees bent and your knees facing the ceiling. You can even open your feet slightly away from each other and drop your knees towards each other at the center. Release your hands beside you. Close your eyes if you feel like. If not, you can soften your gaze or keep your eyes open. But if you do choose to keep your eyes open, as usual, try to fix a point on the ceiling where you can rest your eyes on. Take a big inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Let's take these first few moments to ground, to arrive to our practice. Take your attention to your breath. Every inhale, the breath expands the belly and the chest. And every exhale, there's a slight contraction, allowing the air to flow out. And we can use every exhale as an opportunity to melt down any tension around the body. Imagine the tension melting away, vanishing out of your limbs, your hands, your feet. And as you ground and as you arrive, I invite you for today's class to have the intention of being curious. Remember that every time we step into the mat is an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves in general, about the world, about ourselves today, right now. So I invite you to carry on with you the intention of connecting and learning, perhaps learning something old in a new way. Now take your hands, palms together, and start rubbing your hands. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can open them should you wish to. Give me a big rub of the hands. And once you feel like there's a bit of heat, I would like you to start rubbing the face. Remember, sensory before motor. Rub your face. In the face, there are lots of structures and muscles that also connect to the neck. Place your hand at your chin and slide it down your throat. And then stroke your ears as well. And take your hands behind your neck and rub the neck and feel the space. Feel the head super heavy on the floor and feel the space between the floor and the neck. Perceive this difference in space. Actually, let's release the hands for a moment. And take your attention to that area of the spine, to your cervical spine, your neck. And see if you can take a picture of the distance between the floor and the neck. Even if you cannot actually see it, just the perception that you have of the distance between the floor and your neck right now. And then we're gonna double check at the end of the class, so keep on rubbing the neck now. Let's go back to our sensory. Rub the neck behind the ears. Amazing, well done. You can rub your shoulders a bit for a moment, perhaps your chest, your collarbone. Awesome. Now release the hands beside you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll the head side to side. And if your eyes are open, I want you to also pay attention to the way, the path that your eyes take. Do you actually see the whole way? Do you look at what's next to you and then all the way up and the ceiling and then the other side? Or do you skip from one to the other without noticing what is on the ceiling? So just pay attention to the way your eyes go side to side. Feel the weight of your head. The head is super heavy against the floor. Now we come back to center. And we are gonna roll the head back and forwards. So we're gonna flex and extend. You are gonna need to lift. So give the head the quality of lightness, because if we really press against the floor, we need to move a lot the rest of the body. So I want you to make this movement very subtle. And I don't want you to slide the head. I want you to really go back, really flex and extend. And I want you to see what happens with the rest of the body. Perhaps you also feel there's like a swing of your hips, forwards and back too. And see if you can use your feet to help you accomplish this movement. Maybe when you go back and you take your head back, you press through your feet down against the floor, and then when you roll forwards, the feet lose the pressure, or you can also use them to bring you forwards. A few more times, and then we keep the head in the middle. Now, right now, I want you to remember the hand behind your neck, or use the floor as a clue. And I want you to engage your deep neck flexors. So give me a double chin. And then rotate your head towards the right. And flex the neck, so look towards your shoulder. And then bring the head back to center, and then engage the deep neck flexors again. Roll your head to the left and tilt the head forward, so look to your left shoulder. And then back to center, one more time each side towards the right. Deep neck flexors are engaged, and then we tilt the head, so we look towards the right shoulder, and then back to center. Deep neck flexors to the left and flex back to center. Amazing, team. Now we roll towards one side, the one that is more comfortable to you, and we come up to seated. Probably all the hair is messy. All right, let's do a bit of a quick sensory on the arms, shoulders, other arm, shoulders, chest. If you didn't do your chest, give me a belly rub, whooshy whooshy, side to side. Amazing, awesome, cool. Now from here, we are gonna do some chicken neck. So I'm gonna move to the side so you see. We're gonna take the head forward, like collapsing on the deep neck flexors, and then whoosh, we take it back. If you want to use your hand as a support, as I said before, to give you a bit more awareness to this, go for it. If not, chicken head with me. And let's do head forward and perceive and even, perceive and even touch your body. What do you feel? What's the position of the body? And now let's engage the deep neck flexors and check what happens with the rest of the body. Perhaps you feel like your torso lengthens up, and when you have the neck forward, it's like everything collapses forward. Even your shoulders roll forward, and then we engage the deep neck flexors, and we can feel the lengthening of the thoracic spine as well. One more, chicken head, again a little bit more. Amazing, well done, team. Now we come up gracefully up to standing. Let's do some sensory on the lower body. Wrap the spine, up as high as you can. Let's slide the hands from the bum cheeks down to our heels, from the toes up to our hips and down. And up and down and up. One more down and up. Give me a rub of the feet. Now we might think, oh, the feet are so far away from the head. There's nothing important with having our feet awaken, but there is. Remember that the body is interconnected. Everything, every little single part is connected to everything. And the feet, as I always say, it's a very important and it has very big maps on the brain. So it's super cool to have the feet really awaken, as well as the hands and the thoracic spine, as well as the whole body, really. All right, so let's come to stand near the top of the mat. We're gonna be doing the following. We're gonna do an entire sun salutation A with our deep neck flexors off, like completely loose, no one cares, loosey-goosey. And then the second time we're gonna do a sun salutation, but with the deep neck flexors really engaged and working with the rest of the body. So let's go. And I want you to notice the sensations around the body, right? So let's start. Come to stand near the top of the mat, feet hip width as you want. Now, off deep neck flexors. And let's go. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, hinge of the hips. And deep neck flexors are off. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, so place your hands on your knees and lengthen through the spine, but let the head collapse. Exhale and fold, place the hands on the mat and step your feet back to a plank. Collapse the neck, perceive the sensation on the shoulder, on your core. And then from here, drop the knees down, bend the elbows back. Remember to keep the deep neck flexors off. Bend the elbows back, 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 all the way down to the mat. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows are facing back, deep neck flexors off, and inhale, lift the torso slightly for a cobra. Tuck under your toes, push yourself back for a slight half child's pose, and then lift your hips up for a down dog, collapse on the deep neck flexors. And then very gently walk your feet forwards. Walk it, walk it. Inhale, halfway lift, deep neck flexors collapse. Exhale, fold. And then roll the spine up, vertebra per vertebra on an inhale. Woo! Well, okay. So I don't know about you, but it felt super off. It feels like there's less mobility, right? When we have the neck there. So now let's use the power of our deep neck flexors and let's do the complete opposite sun salutation. All right, so let's do it now with our deep neck flexors engaged. So let's go. Okay, from now already, come to stand. Collapse a little bit first. Engage and feel, perceive the difference on the torso, on the length of the spine, the way the shoulders drop. And let's go. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, strong back body. Keep the deep neck flexors engaged as you fall down. Drop the head. But as we are here, also feel the deep neck flexors engaged. Inhale, place your hands on knees, lift the torso, lengthen the spine, and lengthen through your neck. Exhale, fall down, place your hands on the mat, and step your feet back for a plank. Engage those deep neck flexors, double chin, please. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows back, and drop the torso down to the mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Really engage the glutes and lengthen through the neck. Inhale, cobra. Tuck under your back toes. Keep those deep neck flexors engaged as you push back to a child's pose. And lift your hips up for a down dog. And on your down dog, remember to push the floor away through your hands. Let's give me a wiggle of the legs. Perhaps a pedal. Maybe you want to go side to side with your hips. And let your head loose. Whoosh. No deep neck flexors. Perceive the sensation on the shoulder and engage the deep neck flexors and push the floor away. Feel the space being created on your spine. And then very slowly, we're gonna tiptoe towards the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, fold. And vertebra per vertebra, roll the spine up to standing, head and neck. Come last. Well done. Team, you're doing absolutely amazing. Now, just for a little moment, check in with yourself. Like, what happened? Do I enjoy more the collapse one? Do I not? Do I feel more supported and stable when my deep neck flexors are engaged? Remember, we are all different. There's no right answer here. As I said before, it's a moment for learning. So I hope you have noticed the difference. So let's stay at the top of the mat. All right, Tadasana. Collapse on the deep neck flexors. Wish. Feel. Touch your belly. Touch your belly, touch your chest. Keep one hand on the chest and one on the belly. And give me an engagement of the deep neck flexors. And perceive what happens with the disposition of your body in space. Collapse. Feel the shoulders. Engage. Feel the chest. Collapse. And really collapse on all your structures. Wish. and engage, and feel the difference in the way you are grounding your feet on the mat too. And let's go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up to your hands, but instead of looking up with your neck and again collapsing, let's try to use the thoracic spine and looking up, keeping the deep neck flexors engaged. And then exhale, bend the knees, hinge of the hips and fold forwards. Imagine you had a resistance band looped behind your neck and around your legs, and you needed to push through the back of your neck. You needed to push the resistance band away from your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine, glutes engage. Exhale, fold. Keep the deep neck flexors active. Place your hands on the mat and step your feet back to a plank. And now let's collapse on the neck. And feel your belly, feel your glutes, feel your shoulders and the sensation even on your elbows, and then engage the deep neck flexors. Whoosh. Feel the space created between your shoulders as well. Remember to push the floor away. Inhale here, and then we exhale and we go straight back for a downward facing dog. Oh, amazing, team. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat and step your feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Drop the head. Give me a nod to say no. Give me a nod to say yes. And then we roll the spine, vertebra per vertebra, all the way up to standing. Head and neck come last. Amazing. Now we're gonna do a sun salutation B, of course, checking with the deep neck flexors. So let's go. Come to stand near the top of the mat. Keep the deep neck flexors engaged. Remember, you can use your hand to give you some information about it. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and I want you to look up, but using your thoracic spine, engage your glutes slightly for a mini tiny back bend, but it's more like a lengthen through your thoracic spine. And exhale, bend the knees, keep the deep neck flexors engaged and fold forward. Drop the head, release it first, and then whoosh, engage, and then release it all, and then engage. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on knees, strong back body, and exhale, fold. Place your hands on the mat and step your feet back to a plank. Give me a loosey-goosey neck. Give me an engaged neck. Give me a loosey-goosey one. And engage, and then inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, or down to the knees. Inhale, let's go all together to an upward facing dog. Remember, your thighs are off the mat. We are pushing down through your hands against the floor. And now collapse on the neck. All loosey-goosey. Even drop the hips down. And then engage the deep neck flexors and lengthen through the spine. Up tall. And then loosey-goosey. Oh, by the way, glutes. So engage on this back bend. And then engage the deep neck flexors and go up, lengthen, open the chest forward. And push your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, hips are square. Inhale here. And as you exhale, take the weight towards your hands, bring the knee towards the chest. Really, already here, perhaps you have your neck all collapsed. So engage the deep neck flexors and step your right foot between the hands. Inhale for a high lunge. And exhale for a warrior two. Amazing, team. Now, we're gonna do, remember the chicken head? So we are gonna imagine that we're a bit of a disco. I hope I can find a disco song for this little part. With your hands out long, fingers to the front and back. We are gonna do a semicircle, so this direction, but chicken neck. So let's go. Chicken neck, Chucky, forward, keep going. Keep going with your chicken neck and come back. chicken neck, chicken neck. Well done. Once you reach your head looking towards the front hand, place your right hand over your right leg, just as a little support, don't collapse into here. And take the left arm up and over. And let's see here, let's collapse on the neck. Probably a bit uncomfortable. Now engage the glute, remember to ground down through the back leg, strong through this front leg. Pay attention that your knee is not like flare to the outside or the in. Try to keep it more or less in line with your toes. And engage the deep neck flexors and find length on the spine. And collapse. And find length. Amazing team. Inhale to come up to a warrior two. Sweep the left arm down and up, torso forward for a high lunge. Deep neck flexors engage. Inhale here, exhale, frame the front foot and step your right foot back into a plank. Collapse, bush, engage and chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back for a down dog. Well done. Let's go to the other leg. So inhale and sweep the left leg up, square hips. Exhale as you bring the knee towards the chest and the weight towards the hands. Collapse on the deep neck flexors. Engage the deep neck flexors. Perceive the difference on your shoulders and step your left foot forward. Inhale, sweep arms up for a high lunge. Collapse on the deep neck flexors. Engage and lengthen. Inhale here and exhale. We open to the side for a warrior two. I am going to change direction so we can see each other. Awesome. Remember, ground down through your feet. The back foot can be either parallel to the back of the mat or 45 degrees. Please be comfortable on your warrior two. Don't worry too much about being super deep and open. Try to be comfortable with your legs. Find your sweet spot. Inhale, grow tall. Spread your arms out. Look towards the left hand and let's chicken neck our way. So whoosh, chicken neck, egg, all the way back and come back forward. Awesome team. Remember, I am laughing a lot, but remember, try to keep your breath through your nose, in and out. Once we reach the left hand, we sweep the right down and up for a high lunge. I'll change direction again. Inhale here and exhale. Frame the left foot and step it back for a plank. Collapse on my deep neck flexors. Whoosh. Engage them and feel the difference. Inhale here. Exhale. Vinyasa, either chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Let's drop the knees for 1 second. Place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Let's do 2 big releasing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Feel the belly expand. Exhale, side it out. One more inhale. And exhale out. Well done. All right. From where you are, let's stand up at the back of the mat. I invite you to now close your eyes. Perceive the distribution of all your parts in space. Remember that as we are standing, we are going against gravity. Gravity is pushing us down and we are pushing up against it, even if we don't necessarily feel the heaviness, but we are. Activate the deep neck flexors. Spine is nice and long, but I want you to relax the shoulders and slight buoyancy on your knees. Now we are gonna walk towards the front of the mat with our eyes closed. If there's where you are today, if you don't fancy, remember you can always keep them open. But if you do go for the challenge, then imagine from the back of your mat to the top of your mat, you are walking on the moon. So everything is super light and everything is super slow motion. So we're gonna slow motion move towards the front of the mat very slowly. And I want you to make this journey from the back to the front of the mat unique to you. So if you just want to moonwalk, feet, just walk, then go. But if you fancy exploring a little bit more movement, perhaps using your spine, it's free. Remember, this is not anything that you need to take a look or that you need to imitate. This is free time for you. And as you move freely, I want you to notice, don't modify or judge, just notice what you do with your head, with your neck, what happens on the spine. Softly and slowly moving towards the front of the mat. You could also drop your torso down. You could even be walking on your knees. You could be crawling, as far as I'm concerned. You could even be walking backwards, but forwards. And continue. You can explore different heights. But remember the quality of being slow-mo, as slow as possible. And this is a unique path that only you decide how to take it. And there's only one opportunity, so make it the best and sweetest you can. Remember to connect to your breath. Slow down, in and out through your nose. Almost reaching the top of your mat by now. Very gentle. And once we are there, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Once you reach the top of the mat, feet hip width, lengthen through the spine, eyes are closed. Wiggle the weight side to side, from one foot to the other. Keep breathing and keep those deep neck flexors active. And then let's go back and forth towards your heels and your toes. Soft breath in and out through the nose. Come to find stillness. Now you can open your eyes. Imagine there's an imaginary wall behind you. Go open your feet towards the outside, to the diagonals. Engage the glutes, engage your deep neck flexors, and imagine you have to slide your back down the wall. Take your arms forward, should you wish to, glutes engage, all the way down to a malasana. Remember, you can do your malasana as comfy as you want, sitting up on a block or a cushion or a bolster, or just keeping your heels off the mat. Sit back on your bum. Take both your feet forwards, long. Now flex. If you want, you can put something underneath your knees to keep them a little bit bent, or you can just bend them and use your muscles to do so. Inhale, grow tall. Collapse into your neck. Feel the spine and engage the deep neck flexors and feel the difference. Now flex your feet and flex your toes. So really flex the toes down and heels. Press out through your heels and bring your toes towards your body. Slight bend on the knees. And from the neck, round the neck and drop the head down and round the spine. Really round, round, round. And as soon as you feel a tingling sensation behind your legs, perhaps your spine or even your head, stop there. And now point your feet and look up, lift your head up. And flex feet and toes and drop the head down. And point and look up. And flex and drop. One more up. And down. Roll the spine vertebra per vertebra up to standing. Now we bring the right leg across the left and stand your foot next to your left knee. The right knee is up. Inhale, grow tall. Deep neck flexors engage and wrap this right leg with your left arm. Place your right arm behind you on your fingertips. Inhale, grow tall. Deep neck flexors engage. And exhale and twist towards the right, gaze back. Remember to engage, my lovely deep neck flexors. And your legs are super active. And actually from here, I want you to release both your hands from wherever they are. And then bring them back to where they were. Amazing. Bring your torso forwards again. Walk your hands back. Drop this right knee open and keep the right ankle over the left knee. Walk your hands as much as you need to, and then stand your left foot. So bring your left knee up for a figure four. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, you can do this laying down on the floor, or if this feels like you like it, you can walk your hands closer towards your torso and lengthen through the spine. Deep neck flexors active. Shine your chest forwards. Both legs are active and you can wiggle side to side if you want to, just for a little bit. Active deep neck flexors. And then walk your hands back slightly and drop the knees towards the left. Continue and come to sit up to a shoelace. Both your seat bones, check that they are on the floor. Inhale, lengthen, grow tall. Engage the deep neck flexors to feel the length. Open your arms out. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the hands towards the sides. Flex your wrists, extend them actually, and open through the chest and take your arms out and feel the sensations down through your arms. Deep neck flexors active. Use the thoracic spine and exhale, and we round and drop the torso forwards. Amazing. Connect to your breath. It's time to slow down now. Inhale, come up to seated. And we come the same way we came here. We come back. Whoosh. And now we take the right leg out long and try to use the muscles to place your left foot outside your right knee. Bring this left knee up. Inhale, grow tall through the spine. Engage the deep neck flexors and wrap your right arm around your left knee. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale up, grow tall, tall, tall. This right foot is also engaged. The leg is engaged. And exhale and twist towards the left. Gaze back. Deep neck flexors active. From there, from wherever you are, stay there and just release both your hands and bring them back. Awesome. Bring the torso forwards. Walk your hands back. Open this left knee down. So the left ankle is over the right knee. Walk your hands as back as you need to, and then stand your right foot, the knee is up. Remember to keep this left leg active as well if this is uncomfortable, the option of being laying down. And then walk your hands towards your towards your body. Inhale and roll your shoulders back and shine the chest forwards. And actually, let's do a little double check. Drop your collapse on the deep neck flexors and engage them, really engage them. And as you engage them, shine the chest forward and wiggle your hips side to side. Amazing. Now, walk your hands back. And as you drop the knees towards the right, continue. And with your torso, sit up to a shoelace. I'm gonna go to face you. Awesome, and inhale, sweep both arms up. Really press up. Engage the deep neck flexors. And exhale, drop the right arm down and sweep the left arm over. And then we change towards the left. Come up to seated, heart opens. And exhale, and we round and drop the torso forwards. Inhale, walk your hands back. And make your way as gracefully as you wish to a Shavasana. Amazing. Go around the spine and lay down. You can keep your legs out long, or you could bend them the same way we started. I want you to walk your head a little bit so your spine is nice and long. Remember that if your thoracic spine doesn't allow your head to be resting comfortably, then place a blanket, a roll blanket, or a little cushion if you've got one underneath your cervical spine so you can relax your head and shoulders. And let's take these last few moments to check in with all the energy and all the things we did today in the class. And I want you here to double check. Remember, I asked you to take a picture of your neck and the distance between the floor and your neck while laying down. And I want you to perceive if there's any difference now. Maybe you feel that the gap is smaller, that your cervical spine is longer. And I would like you to bring back this intention that I offer at the beginning of the class of taking this time as a moment to learn something. Again, we can learn something new, but we can also learn something old in a new way. Remember that learning and knowledge is a journey to freedom. The more we understand, the more we explore and learn about ourselves and the world that surrounds us, the more free we are to choose, to decide, the more we can empower ourselves. So whatever it is that you did today, whatever it is that you felt today, congratulations, because you took the time to do so. No matter the outcome, don't judge. I offer you this intention so you can take it outside your mat as well. And maybe notice those moments that you can perceive that it's an instance of learning. If you would like to stay in your Shavasana, I invite you to do so. But if you would like, or if you're ready to move out of your practice, perhaps finding little wiggles in your fingers and toes, maybe circling the wrists and the ankles, and even stretching your arms and feet out, perhaps finding a yawn. And slowly, at your own time, roll towards one side and stay. Pause for a second. And then push yourself up to seated. Bring one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly. Inhale and grow tall, up. We finished this class with a big releasing breath all together. Inhale through the nose. And sigh it all out. Palms together. Awesome, amazing team, well done. Thank you so much for taking the time to come into this class, to share these moments with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something new. If you did find value on this video and you think maybe somebody else might benefit from it, please feel free to share the love. Subscribe to my channel for more weekly content and hit the notification bell to be the first one to find out when I post any videos. And I will see you on the mat very soon. Bye bye.